Hello and welcome to Level Up. Last week we saw the Queens of the South Coast, Mario Kart and Peggy 18 viciously battle for dominance, and they also played a few games too. Don't forget, you can catch up with that episode on our Twitch highlights. But wait, don't go anywhere just yet though. This week we're joined by the dynamic duo of Paul and Mack, who in 2018 were described by the Argus as bystanders and at the scene of the crime. Good evening and welcome. As always, my name is Kobe and I've been playing games on my TV for longer than I can remember and playing games with my heart since the day I got my first tattoo. You can find me on my socials at Kobe Carnage. Before we meet this week's guests, we're offering you a chance to join us on Level Up. If you find yourself watching our show and thinking, I can fucking do that, well, why not put your money where your mouth is and put your hands where your legs are and come and join us on the show. Email us at info@leveluplive, that's 1EVE1UP.live, and tell us why you'd want to come onto the show. Don't forget to include who you'd have join you and what games you'd most like to play. We have every current gen console on demand and a couple of TI-82 calculators. The calculators are totally irrelevant, but send us an email if you want one. Email in for a chance to join us. And now, please welcome to the studio from Brighton's LGBTQ rugby team, a pair known for their bright personalities, impeccable gaming skills, and it says here in my notes for owning the largest collection of quail eggs. It's Paul and Mack. So let's get to know our enigmatic contestants. Paul, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Just tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
So I'm from Brighton.
Born and bred?
Pretty much. On the outskirts and moved in slowly.
Or where are we talking the outskirts? Is this like I'm lying, I'm not actually from Brighton?
Crawley and then just slowly weigh my way down, right, Haywards Heath way, Brighton.
I'll take it. I'll take it like Brighton adjacent.
Yes.
And what do you do for a living?
So I work in fraud investigations. Sounds really, it's not that exciting.
It's like James Bond over here. It's like figuring out who's committing all of those fraudulent claims.
That's the one.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, thank you. I'm going to park that there. And Mack, thank you for joining us. What makes us human?
Our emotions, our feelings.
Our emotions and
so
feelings.
Serious.
Our emotions and our feelings. Brilliant. Okay, cool. And then back over to you, Paul. What is your current favourite video game?
What, of all time?
Your current favourite, so not of all time, like what are you into at the moment?
I've been playing a lot more Super Smash Brothers, but currently I'm going for like my third playthrough of Undertale. Okay. So that would probably be like my favourite music soundtrack on it as well. It's incredible.
Amazing. How would you rate yourself at Undertale? It's a good one. I do like it. It's like a charming indie like love letter to video games gone by. How would you rate yourself though?
What, and actually completing it?
Yeah,
I'm trying to do the run where you kill everything in it, which makes it a lot harder towards the end when you fight the final boss, and it's near impossible. Like, I just can't do it. Kind of just go back to it every now and again, see if I can do it.
I hear it is notoriously hard in places as well.
Yes,
is it?
yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
We have a lot of gamers that like to come on who really it was Peggy 18 last week and she was like, yeah, I'm into really hard JRPGs, and I'm like, it's the wrong show for you, babe, the wrong show.
Yeah, me and Peggy are very similar on the gaming front.
Okay, all right, I'll park that one there. Mack, back to you. Mack, would you argue that it's impossible for both predestination and free will to coexist?
No, I don't want to argue.
I feel like I've stitched you up here.
No, you're not going to argue with that, at that point? Okay, well, cool, thank you. So, Paul, what is your earliest gaming memory?
Earlier gaming memory probably would be either the original Mario Kart on the SNES, slash, do you remember a game called Mystic Quest? It was like Japanese people trying to make an American game. work
What
here.
console? I've got to say,
It was on
like,
the
that one
SNES.
has baffled me. I'm not sure if I.
It was on the SNES. It was basically like a Final Fantasy, but really basic because they thought the Americans were dumb. And it worked, but it was actually like my entryway to RPGs, which is why I still play them now.
Okay, turn-based RPG.
It was, yeah.
What sort of like setting was it in? That's like
Oh, like
fantasy.
yeah, like very, very Final Fantasy 3 sort of.
I've not.
Island
I will have to look it up because I'm literally. It's one of those. No one said a game to me before. I'm like, what?
Mystic Quest. Honestly, it's basic, but it's really good.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll park that one there. Mac, does consciousness continue after death?
Not a clue.
Anyway, sorry, enough of that. Mac, introduce yourself properly. Mac, where are you from? What do you do for a living?
I currently live in Brighton. I've been here for about 10 years. I'm originally from London, but I grew up in the northwest of the UK.
Where in the northwest?
I've lived in Warrington, Wigan, Wirral, lots of W's.
All the W's
Yeah.
until Brighton.
I
where
did a
it's
couple years in Kent.
really gay. So that's also
Yes,
a W.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how did you find yourself in Brighton? What was the...
I lived in North London just with my ex, and my job moved to Crawley, and I was like, where should I live on the south coast? And was like, live by the sea, walk down to the sea. And
That's exactly what I did. I was in London and was like, I need to be back by the ocean is calling me. Okay, so what do you do for a living?
I work in engineering on the railway, so I look after the maintenance of trains.
Oh, nice.
Very
On strike today?
No, I'm not. I've been in
Everyone
work.
else is, but you know,
Yes.
we had a bit of a difficulty today getting our production crew here because they're like, there are no trains. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, find a way. Bus, whatever.
Uber.
Thank you very much, Rob, for catching a bus. Oh, did you get an Uber?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Uber. So, your current favourite video game, what would you say it is?
I'm currently having a lot of fun with Sonic Origins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like Sonic games? Are you like big
massive.
into them?
Yeah, it's my
Sonic's
second
not
ever.
big.
I've always wondered who it is who plays Sonic games because I've picked up a few of them and I'm like, oh, they're not.
Not a fan of the 3D stuff. The 2D original stuff I love.
What do you make of the trailers that have come out for the upcoming game? I've forgotten its name. What's it called?
No.
Sonic Frontiers?
Frontiers.
Yeah. I'm
It's
not
like
sure
looks like some
bothered.
sort of like open world. I kind of was getting a bit of like Breath of the Wildy vibes from it.
It
Yeah.
looks like Sonic 06, which was terrible.
Somewhere between Sonic 06 and Breath of the Wild, and yeah, it doesn't feel very.
No.
I like my old 2D games, like the original games.
I definitely feel like if you're going to play a Sonic, then I think that it has to be 2D. It has to be fast, and I feel like the 3D ones just kind of don't.
The cameras are crap.
Adventure 2 Battle on the GameCube was like my jam. Sonic Heroes
Yeah.
was so good.
I hate Sonic Heroes. I love the Adventure series though.
I've got to be honest though, I think there's a lot from that generation that we see from like rose-tinted glasses. I
yeah,
definitely
true.
do it as well, where I'm like, yeah, GameCube, PS2 gen, and I look back at them, and in my mind they're these like incredible titles, and I watch back like YouTube videos, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, this
that's
is
not how it
janky.
looks in my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
Well, I've played them recently, Adventures.
Oh really?
Yeah. Got
Okay,
my
so
PS5.
how would you rate yourself at Sonic?
A good 8.
Oh,
But the older
wow.
stuff, not the newer stuff, and it with the boost era
Should have
especially.
played
No.
Sonic Hedgehog.
Do you know what? We have it as well, so we could have done some speed running on Sonic. Maybe next time. What's your earliest gaming memory?
Playing the Commodore 64 and putting the tapes in, not remembering playing the games.
Age right there. Playing a Commodore 64.
Yeah.
You're loading it up on a cassette.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Getting the magazine out of the shop and having the cassette taped to the
Did you have to code it yourself?
No, I never
Oh, it
learned
wasn't
how
one
to
of
do
those.
that. I jumped quite quickly onto a Mega Drive though, like a year or so later, so I got it quite late in its life.
Although, have you heard, speaking about the Commodore 64, that you know Bandersnatch that was on Netflix, the Black Mirror episode?
Yeah.
If you record the audio at the end of that and put it in your Commodore 64, it is a Commodore 64 version of Bandersnatch.
That's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Nice
never have
little
thought to do
Easter egg.
that.
Yeah, I mean, I've never done it because I'm not sure where I would find a Commodore 64
Somewhere.
nowadays, but you know, for those avid collectors, it's the perfect opportunity. Okay, so how do you two know each other?
Through the rugby.
Yeah, we met through rugby. And well, I've been since the club started, 6 years ago?
Yeah.
So when it all started up, it literally started in like a pub. and we sort of grew it from there. As
Where-
most
where-
places,
yeah,
good
where
ideas
else
start.
does everything start? You know?
With the two original leaders, Byron and Ian, and then Mac, you joined a couple of years after that, right?
I joined just before COVID, so it was the February before COVID
So
hit.
really, you've only been there for like a year.
I was around at the very beginning of the club, and I've been to a few games and stuff, but I
Okay.
didn't properly start playing and involved in the club until February 2020. So it's been a couple of years, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the Brighton and Hove Sea Serpents. Tell us what your mantra is. What's the?
I'll let
sitch?
Chairman take this.
Yeah, basically Brighton Hove Sea Serpents are LGBT plus friendly group. We specifically do men's contact rugby, but we've also started branching out last year into touch rugby, so we can have women, non-binary, so we can have anyone that can come down and play. We are about getting people into playing rugby, whether it's the touch or the contact, bringing them into that environment and enjoying themselves doing it. We ran earlier this year in January for 3 months a try rugby scheme. So we got a load of people, I think it was 20 of them signed up, and they came down, they'd never played rugby or they hadn't played for like 10, 15 years, and we taught them the basics all the way through to being able to play games, and they've now actually started playing games with us, both contact and touch.
Amazing.
So we're doing that again this year.
Amazing. Would you say that there's like a lot more of that happening across the country? A lot of other teams that are sort of being more inclusive in that sense?
Yeah, the fastest parts of rugby are the women's game and the inclusive side. Like Colchester's just founded their first club last week as well. So they've now got an inclusive team for Essex.
Over like 100 plus IGR, International Gay Rugby League associating like teams across the world now, so it's getting bigger and bigger.
The UK's one of the leads as well. It's got one of the most teams.
So I've noticed on the sort of schedule of stuff that's coming up, you've got loads of leagues. Is one of those in Canada? That was my question.
Ottawa. Yeah.
So you're literally going across to Canada, what, next month?
Yeah, it's about 2.5 weeks away.
Okay.
There's some of us going. We're teaming up with various parts from the UK, the Typhoons from Preston. We've got some from Southampton. We're joining some of the Americans to do a combined squad. Because obviously not everyone can come over with us, so...
But are you both of you going?
I am unfortunately not, no, I couldn't make it.
Yeah, I
forward
can't
to
wait.
it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, do you know, I know what rugby players can be like when they go out, and I'm sure that the downtime is going to be absolutely wild, a party. To bring it back to something a bit more serious, of course in the news this week there's been some pretty serious implications in the world of rugby for trans players. I know that it's something that you're quite passionately speaking against what's happening at the minute. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so every year the RFU sort of refresh the rules within rugby to like maybe update safety rules or things like that, and that's kind of what the guise is under with this. And they've made a complete U-turn on essentially banning transgender women being able to play in the women's sport and encouraging them to only stick to touch and not contact. So this has implications for a lot of our other clubs that we know and players that we know. They're also making transgender men sign up to a list, which sounds very sort of like ominous and dystopian, so they need to be on a list to play.
Start registering people, you know that it's gone a bit of a weird way.
Yeah, and it's something that we're very passionate. Literally, the whole mantra of the club is it's inclusive for all. And funny enough, the RFU who run everything, their terms are rugby for all, and which complete just goes against what they've just done. So we're all going up to the protest on Friday at Twickenham to basically say they need to overturn the rules that they're going to put in. It's going to exclude so many people, so many of our friends, our teammates, and frankly, it's disgusting.
It is horrible, and I'm glad. What's really nice though is that there are teams like you that are saying like, hold on, no, this isn't okay.
Well, interestingly, it's not just the inclusive teams. It's like Hove are joining us. We've had the Panthers team as well. The women's team are now helping us and signing our petition as well to get names to it, to actually be able to go to our board members of the RFU and go, no, this isn't right. This is not what the players want.
Okay, cool. Well, not cool, but because the situation's not great, but also it's good that you're doing that. To shift the conversation into something a bit more lighthearted, after all, we are a video gaming show, is there anything that you would like to say to your competitor before we start all of this? Paul, you can go first.
You're going to lose? Probably not.
What's that fighting talk? Like, you're going to lose.
When we get into it, I'll get very competitive. I'm a very competitive person, and so I'll probably end up standing up and screaming and shouting every time I lose. But we've had a quick practice, and I think Mack's got the upper hand in some things.
In lots of things, from the sound of it.
Maybe.
Mack, anything that you want to say back? Mate, I want to hear the fire in your voice. Come on.
Apart from Mario Kart, good luck.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. I'll take that. I'll take that.
I might shift some of the timings so that we can have a bit more of that round. Right, thanks lads. It looks like we are in for a real treat. And if you're interested in joining some of the upcoming events for the Brighton Hove Sea Serpents, they have plenty coming up. They're all down the side here. As I say, if you want to join them on their protest, that is happening. I think it's on the 29th. It's up on the screen there, and that's in Twickenham. You can also stay in touch with them by following their Instagram for the club, which is BHSSRFC. That's at BHSSRFC. So it's easy to remember, Brighton and Hove Sea Serpents Rugby Football Club. Stick with us to the end of the show to see which of our luxurious contestants will be joining the heights of Marek, Tom, Alex and Mario Kart in this season's Winner's Circle, and who will be launched into the sea. It was in the fine print, so I hope that you check that out. Our contestants will be fighting for this, the widely coveted Golden Dorito Award, which has been described by games journalists as just an ordinary Dorito. Thank you. As always, the loser will have to face a forfeit, which is a fate worse than a cricket. Well, enough dillying and far than enough dallying. Let's get into our first game. Stardew Valley is a farming simulator game which sees you, the player, cultivate in the renovation of your grandfather's dilapidated farm. Anyway, I guess they're playing Nidhogg. Okay, so what we've got is grab your controllers. We're going to put on 15 minutes for the clock for this game. So if we can throw the audience to screens here. If you just want to pick what sort of person you want. Oh, don't exit, don't exit.
He's already given up. He's already given up.
It's like, that's it. He doesn't want to play anymore. Okay, so feel free to play whichever.
Shall we have
either of you two really played much Nidhogg before?
Yeah, I have it.
You have it?
Yeah.
I haven't, but I've practiced now and I should be just as terrible as I was earlier.
So we'll begin the clock. For those of you who have never seen Nidhogg at home, it's really easy. They have to essentially just fence or just kill each other and try and get to the opposite side of the screen as fast as they can. Surprisingly difficult.
It is.
I had the misfortune of playing this live on air for Red Bull once, and I did terribly.
Oops.
Oh, finally. Oh, okay, great. That was not like that earlier. Yeet, see you later. Wait, why can't I?
No, you gotta kill him. You gotta kill him. You see where it's like the two colours? You gotta kill someone. Someone's gotta make a kill in order to. There you go. That's it. So now pink. Well, okay, yellow. Yellow can keep going. Yellow, green, yellow. I think that's yellow.
Oh, see you later.
Hi.
Have you got any preference on weapons for this?
The bow and arrow, I think, is my favourite one. Oh! They say that and then completely.
He says as he gets like knocked out with the with that weapon in hand.
Throwing it is also very good.
Don't forget, if you are watching at home and you have a message for our gamers, please just pop it into the chat and I'll hand across a message. You know, they don't have to be kind. You can be brutally honest about their performance on today's show.
Tell us how terrible we are at this.
I mean, no one's got a win yet, so...
Yeah, I know.
I can tell that it's gotten serious because of the lean forward. They started back here.
You can tell we're gamers when we like get close to the floor.
They're like down here, hit right here.
You never got the whole rage quitting thing, you know, when you like throw the controller across the room?
Don't be doing that.
I won't be doing that.
In my studio, thank you very much.
I won't be doing that.
No rage quit. Oh, I mean, a rage quit on this show is like, I'm not sure what I'd do. But imagine if you just got up and left the line, like, okay.
So that's the show over.
So that's the show. We're just going to grab one of the production members and they're just going to sort of play some games.
The thing is, we're not. I feel like I'm losing, but I'm also.
I don't know. I mean,
We haven't really made much ground either.
I would say that Max maybe made a tiny bit more ground. Is one screen ahead. If you keep going. Oh! I think your mistake was throwing the dagger. And
I
just
know,
getting
but it
rid.
looks so fucking cool. Ah.
This is one of those games that it's incredibly simple, but also until
I
you're
knew
playing
you were going to go for it.
Until you're playing it, it is.
It has got some mechanics on it that are a bit. Oh, that was amazing.
They're a bit. So someone has to make a kill before you move on.
Well, that's clearly going to be you with the sword.
Oh!
Nicely done.
You know what it is? It's the curb stomping at the end that absolutely cripples me. It's brutal.
It is brutal, but also sometimes because you can't necessarily control it, and you're stomping away, just move, just go.
Don't try and jump over the fence. I can't do it.
Final screen. Oh, and stomped, but Mac is getting pretty close.
Why? Okay, I've got to stop doing that. Got to change tactics.
Okay, final screen. Oh, I saw a stealthy little slide going on there.
Oh, see, he's copying now. He saw it once. That's it. Just like you in rugby, mate.
Go! Now's the time. Go! Oh. Okay, it's now back on Paul. He's trying to make some screens back up.
Oh, I literally
So I
slid
feel like
into the
we're
stomp.
back onto the final screen.
You're getting too excited, Mac. You're prematurely getting there.
Just randomly throw.
You know, the quiet confidence at the beginning of the show, though. I thought that you were gonna absolutely.
I'm not gonna make it.
There it
Yes.
is. Okay, so that's the first point. Mac has won the first round.
Going to do terrible.
So there's still 10 minutes on the clock. So feel free, pick another one.
Should we try another one? Club.
Yeah.
There we go. Something you don't know about.
Rude.
Wait, you're saying so? What? When you're in Canada, you're not going to go out to the club?
Oh no, I go out partying.
Oh, okay.
I was just,
I just don't
being
drink.
rude.
I mean, I've got to be honest. This club mess hop looks absolutely banging.
I mean, I would be up for going.
Dungeon with neon everywhere. Yeah. I'm down for that. I think. Yeah, I mean that's what you want in a club, isn't it?
Kind of
Just.
It's giving me a revenge vibe on like a Pride Sunday. With all the guns
Probably
everywhere.
slightly less messy.
For those of you who aren't aware of what Revenge is, that's Brighton's local queer establishment. It's a sight to behold, especially at 5 in the morning. I'm sure we've all been there once or twice.
I was there on Tuesday watching Peggy perform actually.
We can have a follow-up. Peggy's lip sync battle performance
She's gonna kill me.
was last week. I think it was on Tuesday. How did she do?
She did really, really well. She had a whole pussycat vibe going on, which I really enjoyed. But she lost the wig about a minute in. And literally flipped the head back, and I caught it in a GIF moment, and it's now I keep just sending it to her repeatedly.
Ooh. Maybe, just maybe, we can add that to the Insta.
Oh God, no, she would. I would never hear the end of it. Never.
Well,
hear
you've
the end of
mentioned it on the show now. We have to let the viewers
Sorry,
see this
Peggy, if you're watching.
wig snatching, well, wig missing moment, not even snatching. So I take it no win for Peggy.
Not
on
this
that.
time, no, but next time. It was a very good night though. I would say anyone who likes a bit of drag should go to their lip sync nights.
A bit of real drag, I would
Yes.
say, because
Alternative
people
drag
have
as well.
all seen RuPaul, and I feel like there's definitely a special thing about seaside drag. Brighton does it very
Seaside drag.
well. Brighton does seaside drag very well, doesn't it? Like your
That's
Joe
very
Blacks and
true.
your your Anubis, yeah, seaside drag. You know, even can't think who it is.
Alfie Ordinary.
Lydia Lescabies, Alfie Ordinary. I feel like they're more you
can't forget Mary. She'll be really upset if you forget her.
I mean, how can we
you could
forget about
her.
how can we forget about Mario Kart? She was on the show.
Oh, I've done it again. I hate and also love this sword at the same time.
Yeah, nice. I wondered which one of you were gonna. Oh,
just like
we're
Mac.
getting close to the final screen though, Mac.
Always going down.
Yes, you are.
Nice.
Oh, see, you get too excited. Oh,
You're allowed to swear. Don't worry. You can say it.
I know. I'm trying to be a good, a good person and not rage too much. Oh no!
Oh, quick, go! Okay, nice. There's no weapons here, so unless Mac really messes this up.
Yeah.
Oh, this tunnel's a bit. Oh, we can just sit in that screen if you like. No, actually, probably not.
Oh,
did you just
nicely
kick the
done.
arrow back?
Ricochet right back.
Okay, like, I call shade.
All tea, all shade, all pink lemonade. I mean, if you... why did you throw it?
I thought he was going to appear. I thought it was a respawn point.
Just left yourself defenseless.
Can you tell it's my favourite thing to do?
What, to leave yourself defenseless?
Yes.
No, that's not
It
really.
used to be my grinder name now.
If you're gonna lie, make it
I mean, I
believable.
feel like there's a certain sort of person that would see that name and be like, yes,
Yes.
leave myself defenseless. It's pretty dark.
Is it passport shed? Not yet.
It's Twitch, there's no watershed.
Yeah, exactly,
There's literally
yeah.
people naked in, like, I mean, there's probably people watching it right now. Don't switch over, but there will be naked people in hot tubs on another channel somewhere.
Selling their
Don't
bath
find
water.
it, because we're busy doing our thing right now. Rob, no, I said don't find it. Pay attention to the camera. Put your phone away. Okay, we're fast approaching. 5 minutes left on the clock.
Oh,
And
that
still, there's
was a
only
good one.
one round that's been won. I think there's a horse in the studio.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't let
Nice,
you do it
nice.
now!
Oh!
How long we got? 5 minutes.
So there's 5 minutes, but
Oh,
I
we've
think
got time, sorry.
there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time.
Yeah, this is not my my game. I need to stop playing turn-based RPGs. Clearly.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's one of the funny things about when you get people who come onto this show is they're like, I love video gaming. It's like, oh, do you do couch co-op? And they're like, no, never. It's like, I'm not sure if it's necessarily as easy as they think it's gonna
The
be.
last time I sort of like really played like co-op was Super Smash. I used to play that like semi-competitively in the local area, but that's probably the most actiony that I used to get to. I haven't played it much recently. I need to get back into it.
Bye.
Oh, and Max off. He's going to get to the final screen, and you'll get taken down.
No.
Whoa! Oh! If only you ducked. So
That sword
one
is
of the
so
suggestions is maybe we should get some naked people in hot tubs for our stream. I mean, if you want to buy us a hot tub, I'm happy to get people naked in it and playing. I'm sure these two fine lads would volunteer for that. Or maybe not, who knows. Rob? Oh, Rob says that he's not down for going naked in a hot tub. Oh, he is down, he is down. There we
Just
go.
down in general.
No, we don't. Just down. I mean, there won't be cameras on, but we'll have the hot tub here. Oh my god, double takedown.
Bye.
Okay, it's someone has to kill someone. Oh! Okay.
Oh, I was just about to duck as well.
Oh! Stomped!
We just get stuck at this screen.
I mean, this has got to be one of the longest rounds of Nidhogg.
Really? I
I've
thought
ever
this was quite
seen.
standard.
No. Or maybe I'm just really terrible. Maybe that's why. Yeah, probably. Probably that.
Oh, okay, that was pretty
We've
good.
already established that if I was to be on this show, that I would absolutely be doing the forfeit at the end. Oh, okay. You just have to get past. Go, go, go. Oh no, Mac, come on.
Straight to the face stomping. You know that is an illegal move in rugby, right?
What, face stomping?
Yeah.
I thought curbing was part of the game.
Oh.
Oh god, am I going to be able to... Yes!
Okay, so there is 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. I'm really hoping that someone finishes this round so we can at least get another one in.
Can you let me have this one, Matt? Oh no, I was about to make the next screen! Oh, that sword is just too much.
Nice, nice ricochet there as well. Oh, nice!
Just the tuck and roll.
Of course,
Seriously,
this
you didn't
gets
even...
us further and further away from like finishing the round, of course. He's got no weapon. He's got no weapon. Now's the time to take him down.
Just stomp on it, it's
Stomp.
fine. I wish you could pick up the weapons that you've already used. That would be a good advantage.
I'm just gonna walk and stab.
Walk and serve, walk and serve. I thought you were going to throw
Okay,
then.
final screen.
Seems to be something about me being under pressure that does pretty well.
Oh, wow. I felt like going for the low blow there wasn't necessarily to your favour. You stood up and managed to take an arrow to the face.
I was like Legolas for a second.
Don't think you're that gamey.
So, how many hours would you say that you've put into this game, Mac?
I think we played it once drinking ages ago.
Okay. That's fine. So just a few minutes then.
Probably about half hour.
Okay. Paul?
I've played this all for about 10 minutes since we started this, so yeah, this is quite a new one for me. I need to get back into playing more indie games. I forgot how good they could be.
I mean, do you know what? This is kind of a bit of an indie special today, and I think that there's some there's definitely something to indie games. So there's 10 seconds left on gameplay, but I'm just going to keep this round running until someone wins.
We're going to be here for a while, I think.
This must be the shortest, or the fewest amount of rounds of something that we played. Like, 2.
Because we're both equally terrible, I think.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, well I can't win.
Okay,
anyway,
go!
Time's up.
No, you could draw if you both get you could. Oh! Well, I'd say that, maybe not.
I think I might have just lost it.
And I think this is it.
Yes.
Well done.
And that is time. Okay, after a short break, we'll be taking a look at the points. But now a quick ad from our partners at Mavis Broadcasting. Today, we're using their flagship product, Mavis Live, which puts a full broadcasting feature set into the cloud. Vision mixing, sound desks, DVEs, VTs, instant replays, and talkback. All of this is supported by an ultra-low latency protocol, enabling professional TV production, like this one, from anywhere in the world. Let's take a closer look. no. For more information on Mavis Live, visit mavisbroadcast.com. But now, back to the show. Nidhogg is a fast-paced and deeply tactical fighting game from the developer Messhoff. Nidhogg is also famously what my husband calls me when I've been keeping all the nids to myself. But we're going to have a quick catch-up with our guests to see how it went that round. So we can abandon the controllers. Let's abandon the controllers. So, Paul, what were your tactics there?
Go low and slow. That's what I'm going to go with.
Low and slow.
Low and slow, which clearly made me lose.
I mean, when you say lose, I'm not sure if it was that much of a lose, in all honesty. I would say that you were pretty level throughout that. Maybe a slight advantage from Mack. Mack, what were your tactics?
Just try and jump over his weapon and try and jump and attack as going down.
The jumping
Always going
strategy.
down, as I said.
If you're down, then you know.
It's what I'm good at.
What did you think of the game?
I would love to play it after a couple of drinks. I think it's great. I really enjoyed that.
But not until then. Don't make me fucking play that game again until I've had a drink.
Yeah, I need more practice with it.
Is it a game that you really need practice with, though? I feel like it's one that you just sort of
Just
pick up
button
and
mash.
play.
No, there is definitely some tactics to it. Remembering which weapons are coming next to your advantage and what they can do. I was starting to pick it out towards the end, but maybe I'm overthinking it.
What's the order? Sword, dagger, bow and arrow.
And then there's like a
think so.
rapier version, like a long, snappy one.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. Oh, right. I was like, oh, what?
It's the official term. Sorry, too much
Jesus.
Fire Emblem, clearly.
Jeez, yeah. Yes, all those RPGs you're into, you're like, I know exactly what this is. Okay, well, where do you think you went wrong, Paul?
Possibly not practicing beforehand
I
before I
see
got
you
here.
having a go.
Like, I could have downloaded it like a week ago.
Do you know what? Famously, an error that everyone who goes onto this show does, that we tell you what games are coming up, and people have this confidence, and then they'll get here and be like, I've never played this, so what do you do? And it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, you've had time. You had time. Maybe not as much time as other players, but that's a different story. Well played to the both of you. But it's time to have a look at who takes that round. And it looks like Paul took away a measly 0, and Mack took an almost equally as measly 2 points from that round, meaning that Mack takes round 1 of today's show. And he's a step closer to receiving the show's prestigious Golden Dorito. And being able, of course, to add just the words Golden Dorito to your CV, and receiving a reference from myself at your next workplace where I will describe you as adequate. Let's see if one of our rugby players can try to convert some points in round 2. A round of one-on-one naked rugby in the hot tub that we're going to put up in the middle. Every episode of the show, we visit a man who we know nothing about. He goes by the name Stig, and it's in his contract that we have to provide him with 6 meals a day. To be honest, I think that he's eating the boxes and the wrappers. Today, our contestants will be taking on the notoriously difficult but hyper-realistic, critically acclaimed game. It's everyone's second favourite goose simulation, Untitled Goose Game. Let's see how quickly the Stig was able to clear the first 2 areas and how much of the to-do list he completed. This dig completed the garden and the high street in 7 minutes and 26 seconds, and he did 22 items on the to-do list. Marek still holds our contestant high score of 10 on the to-do list items. You've both got 7 minutes and 26 seconds on the clock. So let's see how you do. If we can get the gameplay onto the screen for the viewers. Don't hit any button yet because the timer will start as soon as you honk.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go, let's do this. Like, that's all I'm gonna do, just for 7 minutes, just gonna sit here and honk.
7 minutes of me just honking.
So tell us a little bit about your experience with this game, Paul.
So I've seen it on stream when it first came out, when it was very popular, but I haven't actually played it myself. So this is interesting.
Oh wow, okay. So the one thing I will note is that you have to crane the neck up and down to pick up certain things. One of our guests in the first week didn't realise that, and like, Rob, he didn't realise that and ended up just sort of not picking up a bunch of stuff.
Can I grab, I can grab that.
Okay, and the bottom one, and the bottom one. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, you familiar with the different tasks that you need to do for this?
Once it starts up.
Once it starts up, I can look.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's one of those things, as a tactic, it might be worth having a look. And then at least you know. Oh, straight for a sandwich. Oh, but it's in the water.
I think one of them was to ruin their lunch, wasn't it?
It isn't to ruin the lunch, it's to make a lunch.
Oh, okay, well, I've lost one sandwich already.
So things you can do is you can get the groundskeeper wet, you can get the groundskeeper wet, and you can get the groundskeeper wet. No, you can make the packed lunch, which I think needs to have apple, sandwiches, basket, radio, pumpkin, thermos flask. You can steal his hat, you can steal the groundskeeper's keys, you need to get into the garden, you need to also lock him out of the garden.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, didn't listen to a single
Well, I was
word.
making a cute lunch. Like, I'm an arsehole goose, but I can have some lunch. All right, let's go see the gardener then. Oh, there's his radio. I guess I can grab that now. I can hear you giggling off to the side. Like, what is this fool doing? I know I was supposed to be doing this quiz, but you know, this is fun. This is cute.
If you hit the start button, it shows you what you've put on there already. So apple, so you need pumpkin, carrot, jam, thermos, sandwich. So that other half of the sandwich you need to go and get. You need to get the rake in the lake as well, and you need to figure out a way to get the groundskeeper wet. Oh, he's going to try and take his radio away.
Get into the garden. Okay, well there's one thing. Right, he said a carrot, didn't it? So.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
I think he's probably going to be like here, isn't he?
He's absolutely going to try. Oh, yeah, he's walking
He's
off with
raging.
your radio though. He's proper raging, he was.
There's something
he's
very
moving
cute
it out.
about the music
He's
as
moving
well.
out there.
That carrot's having like a There's the jam.
Go, go, go,
Oh,
go.
Try and hide from him.
Yeah, you can run into those reeds, but if he sees you run in, can he like just shoo you out?
I think once I spent 5 minutes in there waiting for him to go. He does not go.
It sounds like a bad waste of time. Oh no! Why is he so fast? Right, okay, let's distract him.
Oh yeah, he's much faster than you.
Okay, so there's 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock.
What do I do with this
Into the water, into the water.
Oh, you can shut him out though. Shut him out, quick. That's one of the tasks.
Yeah, go for the gate.
Quick, shut the gate, shut him out. Yeah, nice.
Oh, you have to put keys in the water.
The keys. Yeah, put the keys in. No, because he needs to shut him out first. So he needs to like put the radio in the water or something to get him wet, and then steal the keys so that he's like locked out.
Yeah, I just chuck him in the water and leave him. Quick grip.
But if you put them in the water, he needs to come back in to let you into the second level.
You can get them back.
Apparently there's a secret way.
If you remember where you put them, you can get them back out.
Okay. Okay, he's got the keys. He's got the keys. Dumping them in the water. Let's see if Yeah. Okay, so you got the grounds. Keep all wet.
Yeah. So your keys float now. You can grab them later. Oh, he's coming back.
Well, he's wet. Giggity. Right.
Rake in the lake. Have a picnic.
Right. Where's the rake?
It's at the back of that garden. You're gonna have to use the hidden entrance now because you shut the gate.
Oh, Mac, where's the hidden entrance?
Round the side.
Oh, it's kind that you said.
I think you have to do it from the inside there.
Oh, I think you can push it. I think there. Walk into the hedge. Now that's just a gate. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, there you go.
That was Kat. She's made an entrance.
Okay, so there's less than 2 minutes left on the clock.
Well, I'm clearly not going to get past round 1. However, I have enjoyed myself, so I kind of guess that's what counts.
I wouldn't wash your hands of it yet. There's still a minute and 45 left on the clock. That's plenty of time.
I want his rake.
The groundkeeper has ruined your picnic thus far, so maybe you want to focus on the rake in the lake. If you can distract him somehow. And then that gives you sort of a minute.
I wonder if, does that, no, okay.
You can turn that on from the tap outside. There's a minute 20 left on the clock.
I'm not gonna have enough time. I'm gonna go for it. Let's see if I can distract him long enough to get the rake.
Distract him how? You're gonna have to do something to distract him.
Just steal it. Give it to me. See, if only I knew
how to play
it.
Stealth duck.
People are in the chat are saying rake in the lake, rake in the lake. You got 48 seconds. Can you make it to the lake?
I don't know where he's gone.
He's over, I think normally on the left, bottom left.
Dun dun dun, snake!
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, so less than 30 seconds.
Don't take it from me. Oh, I wonder if I take your keys again.
Oh, if you can shut him out somehow, that would be grand. Oh. Okay, you're on your last 10 seconds.
It's not going to happen. But look, I've ruined his day, right? So
yeah,
surely that's a win.
You have. And yeah, people are disappointed that there's not more honking, in all honesty. It is about the geese after all. And that's time. That is time.
Oh, it's just got there.
That is time. Unfortunately, I'll reset it. It's all right. I could reset it. It's all good.
Look at that. Just the nick of time
how
as well.
How did you feel that went, Paul?
Terribly, but it was really good. I think I'm gonna have to get it and play it through myself.
Yeah. Actually, I will hand that over to Rob. Yeah, I mean, you should have played it beforehand. You knew when you watched Mario Kart and Peggy 18 week before, you know what you have to beat the Stig in for this season.
This is true. This is very true.
New Berra. How are you feeling about giving this a go, Mac?
Yeah, I'm starting to remember his stuff now. So.
Yeah,
maybe
see, this is the thing. We should have made Mac go first. That could have given you a bit more of an edge. Right, I'll hand this back over. Same rule as before. We're going to put 7 minutes and 26 seconds on the clock. So let's go into gameplay, and as soon as you honk, the time will start. Okay. It does seem like Paul's points have disappeared from the scoreboard. I think that we'll chuck those back on. Oh, apparently we've taken the points away on purpose.
Oh, because you know the quick things to get through.
I've seen people clip through that fence before as well, where they do the thing where they duck up and down really quickly and they just sort of walk through it.
Love a bit of speed running.
I mean, there is no way that the Stig wasn't speedrunning this in like every way, shape and form. Did you see as well, I'm not sure how much attention you were paying during the VT, that he put like a bunch of things on top of the basket and then just like pulled the basket across.
It's very clever.
He's like,
don't give him ideas.
Oh, I could do that.
No,
That's the first time I think I've seen someone do a run on this show with the goose.
Where's the apple gone?
Where did the apple go? I think it's on there. I think it's still on there. You just can't see it.
The
on
apple
TV.
doesn't fall far from the goose. I mean, they are a cute goose, though.
A cute goose.
A cute goose.
That's probably well, that is a pretty cute thing to say. You're a pretty cute goose. What's your game plan here?
Get him out first. Get the radio.
Okay, moving the radio. Or just...
Heard it on your radio.
Mac, how many times have you played this?
Probably about 15 times.
15
It doesn't look like it, mate.
Yeah,
Doing worse than me.
15 times, however, it's not going so well so far. We've got 5 minutes-ish left on the clock. Look at you, you're just hoping for his downfall.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a cute little waddle.
Paul, do you have any tips for Mac?
Just the
for
tip.
what he could, just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Yeah, I didn't mean necessarily an Untitled Goose. I mean just tips, just in general.
Always clean your teeth before you leave the house.
Nice, good one. That is a good one. Does anyone in the chat have tips for life to give to Mac?
Look at the concentration. It's just nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Just nothing.
God.
So
Not even a smile. Not even so much as a smile.
Doesn't smile anyway.
Occasionally I do.
You should never go to bed on an argument. That's my tip.
Oh no, see, I'm a Scorpio. I'll just quite happily just go to sleep.
But then you wake up and it's still not resolved. No, that's not for me.
I'm over it.
Not for me. I'm over
Whether
it.
they
The other
are.
person might not be, but... Other tips? Rob, do you have a tip?
Cool.
Just a tip.
Number.
That's not a tip. So we've got get into the garden done. When did you get into? Oh, you went in through the side.
Sneaky side.
I feel like maybe Mac was laying down some groundwork for stuff that we're yet to see come to like fruition.
Mm-hmm.
It's laying the seeds, as it were.
That's my tip. Talk yourself down before anything you do.
Give them really low expectations.
So just in case you didn't hear that, everybody, Rob's tip was to talk yourself down and give everybody low expectations, and then you can surprise them.
He literally just launched you.
Okay, so stole the keys, got him wet. Okay, so you have to wade his way fairly far in. What's the plan? What's the plan?
Not going back for the pumpkin?
Another tip in the chat is don't go on a competitive video gaming show if you don't know what you're doing.
I asked for Mario Kart and Super Smash. I would have won if that was the case.
Okay, there seems to be some sort of pumpkin dance happening right now.
Smashing pumpkins.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, reference.
You got his keys back. I would go for locking him out of the garden, because that's one that I could probably easily do.
You're just going to move his keys far away from him.
Yep.
You take your time. It's a really good idea.
I mean, that's not a bad idea. That's not, unless he's... Oh, he's not going to go back for him. Shut him out quick.
He's going to go
Shut
to
him out.
Timson's.
He's already shut out.
Quick. Oh, he's already shut. Okay. What else can you do? You've locked him out of the garden.
Officially.
Nice. Is that a secret task, locking him out of the garden?
Yes.
Huh. Okay, what are you going to go for next? You've got about a minute and a half on the clock.
Looks like he's gone for the jam. Must be jelly.
I
The
would,
jam don't shake.
I would be tempted to go for the. How is he intending on getting back in? Does he walk
It doesn't.
around?
It just walks around trying to get back in.
I would be tempted to get the rake in the lake because that's something that's achievable in a minute and 20.
How can you get it through the gate? This shot.
It's not going to. It's going to have to try and get it through the hedge. Oh, so the chat wants honks and rake in the lake, which I think we can do both. Oh, wait,
This is
wait.
I think you screwed the goose.
Over. Screwed the goose.
I'm now stuck.
What's he? Are you stuck? You can't take it any further.
This is perfect.
You might have to readjust your game plan. You might have to go get those keys in order to get that gate open.
Just repeat.
He's just committing to the honks now. Oh, are you going back for the keys? You're going back for the keys. Okay.
I knew it was a great game plan by you there.
I mean, maybe not the best. It's, that wasted probably a good 20 seconds going back to get the keys. Unfortunately, we are in the last 10 seconds of gameplay.
Thing is, I don't know how many tasks I managed to do. That's why you took the score away.
Okay, and that's time.
Yeah.
That's time. Okay. After a short break, I'll let you guys know how you did on that round. But first, a quick video from our partners at Mavis Broadcasting. Today we're using Mavis's flagship product, Mavis Live, which puts a full broadcasting feature set into the cloud. Vision mixing, sound desk, DVEs, VTs, instant replays, and talkback. All of this is supported by an ultra-low latency protocol, enabling production from anywhere in the world. For more information on Mavis, visit mavisbroadcast.com, that's mavisbroadcast.com, or you can find them on their socials at Mavis Broadcast. But now, back to the show. Last round, we had our gamers playing a round of Untitled Goose Game, and the Stig was able to complete the garden and the high street in 7 minutes and 26 seconds, and he did an absolutely incredible 22 items on the to-do list. We gave our gamers the same time on the clock, so let's see how they did. And it looks like Paul has 3 points and Mack managed to grab 4 points for that round.
Shocking behaviour.
Meaning that Mack takes round 2 of today's show, but he does not beat Marek's high score, which is 10 for Untitled Goose Game. Do you think that you can take on a Marek's score? Or maybe you're a willing challenger keen to embarrass our resident, the Stig? It could not be easier to take part in an upcoming episode of Level Up. Just drop us an email at info@levelup.live, that's 1EVE1UP.live, and tell us why you want to come onto the show. But don't forget to include who you'd have join you and what games you'd most want to play. We broadcast Level Up once a fortnight from our studios in Brighton. That tends to be on Wednesdays, so if you're up for a challenge, you could just be one email away from joining us. Now, on to our next game. A Japanese fever dream, if you will, remade from a 2004 PS2 game. Katamari Re-Roll sees our players living out a lives where they play as a small green kleptomaniac freak, committing what sounds like many crimes and touching as many things as they possibly can with their ever-growing giant balls.
Come.
Okay, so we're just gonna get the game loaded up here. Let's just show the viewers what we got. I think you need to press R to go to the next planet. Okay, so and again, actually, let's do some two-player. Okay, so Space Mushroom. If you could connect your controller as well, Mac. Is it on there? Right, amazing. So what I want you to do is select your characters. And we're going to have a few rounds of this. So, once you've selected your player, you can start.
I think we both have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Press A. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Press start. Yes, there we go. Begin battling.
I'll
So,
do something again.
you both know the aim of Katamari, right? I mean,
Correct.
I pretty much said it in the description there.
Make
Get the
sticky
biggest balls possible, right?
Just try and get the biggest balls. Okay, so we need 3 minutes on the clock, not 15. 3 minutes. So how much time have either of you spent playing Katamari in the past?
Again, I think this might be a Max special.
Yeah.
You call them this Max special, but like I'm not that far ahead of you in each of these rounds.
I think it's one of those games I bought on a sale and played once.
This was absolutely a game that when it came out in 2004, I played obsessively. And not that there's time to play it on this show, but there's like an infinite that you can do where you start off the tiniest and that you can end up rolling up like literally the galaxy into like the most enormous Katamari.
That sounds great.
Yeah, but it's like 27 to like 30 minutes long, so I say that it's infinite. Depends on how fast you can do it. Okay, so it looks like their Katamaris are about the same size. So the aim here is to try and get as big as you can and then eat up the other player. Oh, there we go, Mac is slightly larger. Paul needs to catch up. He's going to get those beautiful shoes. Okay, oh, there we go, you freed yourself. You freed yourself.
I assume the bigger you can get, the bigger items you can get as well.
So one of the comments that's come in is clearly, Mac, you have a greater love for Doritos. He just desperately wants those Doritos.
Who says no to Doritos?
I mean, who does say no to Doritos? Top flavour?
Ooh, cool.
Cool.
It's ironic, isn't it?
The blue ones. Oh.
Yours, Paul?
I've got to be Chili Heat Wave.
Yeah, I think so as well. Do you know what? A while ago they did like really incredible like lime ones, and they were. Do they still do them?
Aldi.
Apparently Aldi still have them, and they're really good if you have them with a chili or something like that. Okay, so it looks like Max Katamari is bigger. Paul, you've got about 30 seconds to catch up. Oh. You need to focus on picking shit up.
No,
Go. Focus on those balls expanding, my friends.
It's not Paul's speciality.
You say it's not my speciality?
No, it's more empty.
That's
So one of the things that I find that helps is if you push down both the sticks, it throws you to the other side, which helps you readjust. Okay, and that's time for the first round. And it goes to Mac. Well done, Mac. You get a point. So we're going to skip all of this. If you press plus, we don't need to see it. Come back out into the studio, and we're going to give it another go. We're going to do it again, and this time, I need you to try harder, Paul.
Yeah.
I need you to try harder on that ball work. Okay, so we've got another 3 minutes on the clock. Looks like it's fruit and vegetable for the beginning this time.
Oh,
okay,
I'm definitely not going to collect these, am I?
I think we need to hit play on the timer for our scoreboard. Yes, there we go. Okay, so the trick is if you can just collect all of these ones at the beginning and get yourself like just slightly bigger. Huh?
Maybe we just realised how they're doing it.
Yeah, I think the production team have just caught up with how I've... Okay, I mean you're looking at my beautiful face, I don't know why.
Oh, they don't realise.
So, here we go. So, Max now taking the leads, slightly. Oh, this show's starting to look a bit worrying for you, isn't it?
I know. Am I caught on you again?
Yeah, you need to escape. Get out. It's back and forward the opposite directions.
There we go.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay, Max still the bigger of the two. God, this really is like a fever dream, isn't it?
It's very odd. I feel like I'm stuck in an anime with the background noise or a Persona game.
I mean, yeah. Okay, was that no, Mac, did you just grow again?
No, I think so. It did a flashy bit.
Not the bird, it looks so afraid. One of the comments, I think they're concerned for the bird's safety there. I mean, I don't blame it, in all honesty. I think I'd be terrified. Imagine if they did a movie based on Katamari, and it was like one of those like really like grounded like handy cam films. But then it was just a Katamari ultimately rolling to your destruction.
Paranormal Activity style.
Yeah. There's a filmmaker out there. That's what I want to see. That's the film I want to see here. So once you knock them down, you can pick them back up. Yeah, nice. Well done.
How do I get to the ones above my head?
You just have to get bigger.
You need to get bigger. You need to focus on the stuff you can pick up.
I think Mac's taking it all.
Okay. Not long left on the clock. Oh, that's it. You're not going to get that. 1 second. There we go. And that is this round.
Your balls are really huge.
You've made 2 huge balls now.
Why not?
Okay, so let's go back, and I will say let's do this as our final round of Katamari before we move on. Okay, so let's retry.
He's thinking about it. So do we dare do another round?
No, do we? Well, yeah, there we go. There we go. You see, at least it's nice that it throws different things at you each time. This is, that's it. Get big now. This is it. Balls on a roll. Balls on a roll. Quick, get it. Get all the shit.
I've become a klepto.
Oh, okay. Max caught up.
Oh, Mac.
Okay, now you're about level. You're about level. You need to pick up stuff, not roll in between it.
Yeah, it's I keep thinking that I might be big enough to pick up the other stuff.
Think small, go small, and then like literally if you grab all the stuff that's small first, you'll be big enough to get the next stuff. Absolute silence.
I know. Like, it's almost like I want to win.
I mean, I'm sorry, I was like literally just talking to production staff about things yet to come. How are you guys feeling about the forfeit that's
I mean, have
that's
you revealed
coming?
what the forfeit is?
No, we haven't.
Oh, okay, interesting.
How are you feeling about just doing
Well,
a
I'm
forfeit?
preparing myself for it, to be honest. And then I'm never going to live it down because it's just going to get the piss ripped out of me.
Yep.
I mean, it's all still to play for.
I mean, it's
still to
true.
play for.
It's very true.
I mean, I feel like the points haven't been that large. All it takes is a couple of rounds of another game, and okay, so there is. Mac, are you feeling a bit better about the forfeit than Paul is right now?
Probably.
There'll be a new club nickname for you, I guess, Paul.
You don't want to know what it is already.
Oh, what is it now? Are we allowed to say?
No. I don't really have one. I was just joking.
He says that.
No, it is
If
quite
you
boring.
guys know of a club nickname at home, please write into us and let us know what it is. Okay, 10 seconds left. And I feel like it's safe to say that Mac has taken this one as well. Okay, so I'm going to ask our two esteemed guests, one more round, or do you want to move on?
You're in this winning position. I feel like you should probably decide.
Maybe I should make it the loser's choice, though.
Well, it depends what's next.
Well, I guess time will tell, but...
Let's move on to the next one.
Okay. So, we're going to call time. Time is up for this. Another quick look at a video from our partners at Mavis Broadcasting. See you in a minute. So today we're using Mavis's flagship product, Mavis Live, which puts a full feature broadcasting set into the cloud. Vision mixing, sound desks, DVEs, VTs, instant replays, and talkback. All of this is supported by an ultra low latency protocol, enabling production from anywhere in the world. For more information on Mavis Live, visit mavisbroadcast.com. That's mavisbroadcast.com. But for now, back to the show. So, how did you find Katamari?
It's good once you get strategy going.
I didn't realise there was a strategy.
Yeah, well, okay, interesting. What
Just
was
the circular
the
stuff going
strategy?
round, get something that you can grab, keep going and grow, and then just keep going round and round, and more stuff appears.
Yeah, so you hit a certain point in the game where, like, when you get a certain size, more stuff appears around you. So, like, you really need to go in at the beginning and get as much small shit as you possibly can. and just keep going and going and going and going.
Yeah, I got that towards like the last 30 seconds. And
I
might
feel
have
like
been a little bit
maybe
too
you
late.
didn't necessarily get it because I saw you at times like sort of like steering around things, and I was like, no, it's not a racing game. Like you need to pick it up. That's the
I
job
thought I was
here.
worried about that. The bigger stuff might knock off the little stuff we'd already collected, so that's what I was thinking. Clearly that was wrong.
Well, you thought wrong.
Yeah,
Not bad.
that's fine. Yeah,
Right.
I'll take that.
Normally, this would be the part of the show where I would be tallying up the final scores, but our esteemed players have a request, and that is for an extra round, right?
That's right, yeah. See if I can actually get some points.
And what round, what game would you like to play, pray tell?
I think a little bit of Mario Kart might be on the
Nice.
cards.
So, now it's time for some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in unusual round 4. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play a couple of cups. So I'd like to play at least 2, I
Yep.
think, if we can. What CC do you want to play it in?
We're going to be playing against other people, so if we go for 100, it's not going to be too hard.
100?
Yeah,
You're
we'll
like,
go with 100.
what have you had much experience before with?
I'm useless at Mario Kart.
Oh, okay. What characters do you like to play as?
For me personally, it's my girl Toadette every time.
Oh, why?
Whoa. I know, she's a legend. You know what it is? You know on Double Dash, did you ever play Double Dash?
Yeah.
I always used to use
Toad and Toadette.
Toad and Toadette or Baby Luigi and Toadette, and it looked like her hair looked like earrings, and I was like, yes!
Slay!
Every time. That's why I
I've-
absolutely live for her.
I've got to be honest, I think I liked the Toad and Toadette combination purely because the 3 mushroom speed boost happened more often when you have those characters.
Yes.
I also kind of like Baby Mario and Baby Luigi and their little like pram. I thought that
it
was
was
like
so
super
adorable.
cute.
So
Super cute.
adorable.
Yoshi.
So, and you've just gone straight for Yoshi.
Yeah.
Can I just get you to press start? What we'll do is we'll show the audience the games. Can you just press start first, just to check that no auto steering might be on? I don't know. Let's have a look. So press plus, each of you. Yeah. So Mac, if you could press L, and then that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're ready. So what cup would you like to play?
You can pick. Easier ones on the left, harder ones on the right.
Should play a little fire.
Fireflower.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's see if I remember.
So
the
I'm going to
buttons.
put 15 minutes on the clock. We're going to hit start now, but hopefully we can get at least a couple of cups out of
Yeah.
this.
Should be able to whack through them. I've got to win this. Everything's on the line.
Everything, I think everything is on the line.
My dignity.
Helps me remember what is forward.
I mean, I've no clue what to do if there's going to be a tie.
Both get the forfeit.
You both do the forfeit?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so long as you suggested it. You suggested it. So what's your preferred version of Mario Kart?
Mine's got to be Double Dash. It's the one that I put the most hours in on. I think it was the best one. There was an online thing that you could do as well. Really like primitive GameCube
Yeah,
online.
you could have the LAN.
Yeah.
You could connect up like I think 8 GameCubes.
Yeah. And so yeah, that'll be why. It's one, as I said, it's one I played most of.
I mean, Max still nicely in second place. All you need is for a blue shell to come along to knock you out of.
I'm going to gain enough ground that it won't be a problem.
This is one of those games that when people play it, I'm like desperate to also join in. Like I so badly want to play and like school you all, except for the episode where Marek and Rob came in, where I would have been absolutely owned.
Yeah, I
But
don't do this
everyone else.
online. Online is just another. It's like a completely
So
different.
one of the comments has said, clearly you found something that Paul's good at.
yeah.
Yes, I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Yes, Paul requested the thing that he was good at. I think is the.
I mean, come on. I feel like it's fair at this point, right?
Maybe.
Keeping this banana skin tightly on me.
So, how long have you two been playing rugby for?
So I've been playing rugby since I was about 6 years old.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So funny story. I was never any good at football, and my dad wanted me to sort of like get involved in some sports and stuff. And I was pretty like sort of not athletic, but like boisterous and wanted to get involved with stuff. So took me down to my local rugby club, Crawley, and I ended up staying there till I was 18. However,
He never went home.
I never went home.
He was brought up by the people at the rugby club.
You say that, it pretty much was. I was there all the time. But when I started coming out and things, I felt like a little bit uncomfortable. And whilst not, no one ever said anything, but it was completely in my own head that I decided to leave. The Serpents turned up when I was 21, and they were obviously this inclusive class. I was like, right, I can get going with this. Started off obviously with the experience of rugby, and we ended up playing Crawley and my old teammates, and it only occurred to me then that actually none of them cared, and then that's why this whole point about inclusivity and allyship and all this sort of stuff was really, really important. So yeah, that's why I've stuck with the club and reunited my passion and to keep active and keep going.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Mac, how did you get into rugby?
About 15 years ago, when I was living in London for the second time, I had a friend who knew the chairman of the King's Cross Steelers, so I went down there, had a look, and was like, yeah, I could fancy trying this again, because I've not tried this in school. So I went down, I played with the Steelers, second team for a few seasons, and then work just got in the way, and after I moved back to Brighton, I was like, yeah, I kind of need to do something, back being more active. I shot up in weight. And
oh yeah, in the future, sorry, because we're chatting away, we can skip the intros. We don't need to watch all of that crap. Oh, terrible start.
I was distracted.
Yeah, of course, blame
you're the one that's used to this.
I think one of the things that, because I played rugby as a very, very young kid, I was entirely spurred on by the fact that there was chips afterwards. I think that was the only thing that really got me there.
That's where I found my love of eating minstrels, as in like the chocolates and chips at the same time. If you have never done it, I would recommend it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Eating minstrels and chips
at the same time. It's got to be proper chippy chips.
And chips.
Yeah, it's really good.
I mean, I'm going to have to take your word for this.
You can see why I gained weight very quickly when I was a teen.
I mean, we didn't know you when you were a teen, but if you're literally munching chocolate and fried food at the same time. But not a battered Mars bar or something, no?
It's similar sort of vibe as a battered Mars bar.
Just more potatoey.
More potatoey, yeah. More carby.
Mac, any weird foods that you enjoy?
He's
like, no, I'm normal.
No, once years ago when I did Prince's Trust, we had beef and lamb burgers, which were weird, but I found dipping them in coffee made them taste better.
What?
Dipping them in coffee?
Yeah.
Oh mate, you got a problem.
Well, many.
Wow.
Hang on, where did this coffee thing come about?
Tired of not sleeping with Prince's Trust.
Wait, so just through tiredness, you're like, I'll dip it in, not drink it separate.
Well, they weren't particularly great. I was like, I don't actually know why I did
Sleep deprivation makes you do weird things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get your 8 hours, kids.
He was literally giddy with tiredness, so just started dipping all the shit into coffee.
It was really weird week away because we'd done like trying to do outdoor activities and it was like storms constantly outside. Trying to do like climbing wall and that, and it's just people being blown off it because it was so windy.
People being blown off? I don't think it was that sort of trick.
Yeah. Don't be jealous.
The best kind of trip. People being blown off left, right and centre. I'm not sure if I've got any weird food. Actually, no, I do. I quite enjoy a bit of dried pasta. Before it's been cooked. Not to like eat loads of it, but if I saw a bag in front of me, I'd definitely like pick up a shell and chew on it.
Isn't it like really hard?
Yeah, it's probably fucking terrible for you as well. But
yeah.
And yet, so satisfying. That crunch. Yeah. I'm sure I'll lose my teeth or something one day. I'll like, take a bite into it and I'll just be left with like nothing.
Just nubbins.
Oh.
I used to eat vegetable stock.
Oh, that's a weird one. We've had a production team member saying that isn't that really salty?
Yes.
Vegetable stock cubes, or just stock cubes?
Vegetable.
Vegetable stock cubes. Oh,
Probably good if you're hungover. Get the salt back in.
I'm sure that you can find more creative ways. Okay, nice, but a close second again from Mack on that one.
Wasn't even threatened.
I think that's one of my best performances on Mario Kart.
Doing very well, mate.
Okay, let's do this. So I've just seen the forfeit coming into the room. Oh, it looks
Delicious.
looks spicy, but not in the literal sense. Okay, nice. So we're on to race number 3. I like this one.
Yeah, this is good. Feels like
What's
a
nice
bad
about this,
trip.
you could do all the little like jumps off of these.
Yeah. Don't tell Mac.
Yeah, hold on. Maybe that's what we need to tell Mac. We need to tell Mac how this game's like. Make sure to slide around all the corners. Power slide around them.
I actually
Like, do on every jump, do a trick. Otherwise, you'll never,
get
ever,
nowhere.
ever get to number 1, like, and have a good distance between you and all the other players.
No, I actually bought this on the day it came out for the Switch.
Yeah. So you absolutely know you've got this game in the bag. If player 2 gets a bullet bill, you know you've got it because then they can't possibly
I
like.
don't know. He got it last time. And
Yeah,
he
but
didn't get anywhere.
did he overtake?
No, he didn't.
No.
Oh, there you
I
go.
came
You know,
second.
you know if player 2's got a bullet bill that you've won that round. That was a really smug smile from Paul then. I'm sure you missed it at home, but I saw it.
It's got to win at something.
I mean, this is true. I mean, it's not been your show so far.
No, no. Maybe we could do a rematch at some point.
What, in the other games?
Maybe then I'll actually practice them.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't practice them before coming on.
I mean, I had 2 days notice now.
It was more than 2 days.
It was more than
It
2
was
days.
more. But barely. For a bit of context, our last guests weren't able to make it, and these lovely 2 were booked for another episode, and yet they still joined us. They're missing out on rugby even now.
Yeah,
They've
training.
abandoned their club for us and for you viewers at home. Thank you very much.
You're doing a little bit better on this one, Mac.
I mean,
Yeah, I've seen you in the
Yeah.
distance.
Mac's concentration face is picturesque.
At least it's not dopey for once, eh?
Yeah.
Aww. You could have put up with that. No, not even any fighting talk back.
No, let him talk. I'll concentrate.
You try to win, aren't you?
It'd be nice if I actually came first the first time ever in Mario Kart.
For the first time ever.
I've never won a single game of Mario
I
Kart.
feel like you're not too far behind.
Yeah, you know, if I get blue shelled, I'm pretty much gonna lose.
Unless. Oh. Don't get hit by that. It might back.
Oh!
Oh!
Come on!
You said it, you said it, you said it.
Shit.
Oh. And
Okay.
this is the 3rd lap.
Oh, what, really?
Oh! The sit forward.
Oh, what, another one? You're kidding me. I feel like that N64
Oh, wow. There we go.
There we go, you had your first one.
Mac has won his first ever game of Mario Kart.
But I am still in the lead,
Yeah.
so that's fine.
Okay, so there's another race in this cup. I know that there's 4 minutes left on the clock, but I'm gonna do away. I'm gonna do away with that, and we are gonna play another round of Mario Kart.
What, another
after this.
one?
No, not another one. Yes, another one. It's just really weird for anyone who doesn't understand what that
Yeah.
game is.
Also, did you see that video?
Oh, Mac, everybody in the chat is like truly behind you on that win.
Oh,
I mean, come on, guys. You know it was the AI playing up because I've been in the front.
don't be a
Can
sore
you,
loser.
can you tell
for
that
the
I don't
one
like losing?
loses once and gets me.
Do you know what? You've dealt very well with this show if you don't like losing, because I mean, you've not managed to take a round yet. just to remind you.
Yeah, that last one. Do you remember seeing that video online of the on the N64 Mario Kart where that guy just gets completely done over on the bridge and just hits like every item possible when he was in first? That was what just happened.
I feel like that has happened to me many a time playing this game. Have you bought the DLC for this?
Not yet, no, because I'm still trying to bit all the DLC for Smash Brothers.
I mean, isn't that done? Isn't that all done?
Yeah, I just haven't bought Sephiroth yet.
And you didn't buy it as like just a season pass.
No, I was like, oh, I won't buy this one, and then I have to buy them individually.
So I feel like I ought to mic up Rob here. He is furious, absolutely furious that you haven't done.
I've played Sephiroth online, being absolutely whooped by him, but yeah.
It was actually just Rob online. So I feel like was last week's show, was that one of your? No, maybe it was the first episode, Mario Kart and Smash. Would that have been your dream episode?
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, and if we could bring Mack on for that one, that would be wonderful. I definitely won't lose at Smash.
Smash I played a lot of on the GameCube. It's my first Smash.
I feel like Smash is so different on every single version though. I feel like I was only really ever good on the GameCube version because that was when I happened to own like 5 games, and so my choice was playing between 5 games. Whereas now, like, I picked this one up, and I've got to be honest, I think everybody got good really quick at the beginning, and I didn't get it until Christmas. And so I went and played it, and it was just fucking terrible.
I've got a video on Instagram of me and Mario Kart playing it, and online, and getting absolutely whooped for about 3 or 4 rounds, and Mary just screaming, going, "No!"
Use every single one of those. Nice.
I've never even seen that one.
You don't need to control it, it just does it for you.
I'll just see if I can find more things.
Put yourself into second. It's not enough to take that round though. Okay, well, we'll let you finish that one up. Okay, it's going to show us pretty boring cutscenes. I'm going to hand this over and Rob's going to set us up for another round. So, how are you feeling now, Paul, after a round of Mario Kart?
Smells like victory, to be honest.
For the
For the
show,
1 point.
or-
Yeah, for the show. I think that might have been lost.
Okay.
We'll see.
Do you know what? I think that there's a chance for the tables to entirely turn on this last cup. Mac, how do you feel about that?
No, might do it. He's got opportunity.
Okay, so we're going to go back in. We're going to do a Grand Prix. Thank you very much. If you'd like to select your characters again.
I can't move away from Toadette, not my girl.
I feel like, are you going to stay the same as well, Mac?
Yeah,
Okay.
I love my Yoshi.
Same build, same everything.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, let's do this. Have you had a think about what courses you want to do? There is DLC if you fancy it. Although we have seen that done on this show before.
Okay,
so.
we won't go. Should we go for the? Have you played any Mario Kart in the past?
When it first came out on the Switch.
Wait,
First date came out.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Let's go with Banana Cup.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a
Got some
Switch
classic
launch
tracks
party.
in
Yeah, so do you understand how to drift in the game? Do you know how to do it, Mac?
No.
Okay.
The only racing game I've ever played was Wipeout.
So shoulder button on the right hand side. As you're going around the corner, press it. You'll do a jump and then like go into the corner, steer into the corner, and then as you're going around like that jump, and then as you're going around the corner and you steer into it, you can twiddle your thumb on the other stick left and right, and it will give you like a boost. You need to hold on to the jump, hold on to that though, because you're going around. So this one. Yeah, there you go. So, and did you see that it gave you like a spark for a second then? You lift it, that gives you a small speed boost. If you can get it going for a while, you can actually, yeah. You got it. And are you doing tricks as well over like jumps? The same button, I think. Same button? Same button. So as you go over a jump, you can press it again at a certain time and it will give you a little speed boost as you do a trick.
I always go for the backflip.
So like, there you go, that was, yeah, perfect. You know, sharing information is caring. Let's see if that, Oh god, you're off the course.
Am I?
Yeah, you're like heading the wrong direction entirely.
Perfect. You were doing so well. Warrior's coming up to get you.
Nice. Not where I'd have used those speed boosts, but fair enough.
Yeah.
I think I'd have used them over the sand, cut the corners.
If you've got the mushrooms for it, cut the corners.
I feel like, is there a slightly different... Oh no. Oh man. That's a shame. God, that's put Paul hugely in the lead.
Perfect.
You'll get blue shell. You'll get blue shell.
Yeah,
It's happening. It's a coming.
Definitely going to happen. But I'm fine with that. Oh, max stage of red shells as well.
It's funny how like Max, I feel like he's got a bit of quiet confidence back because he's sat himself back. Paul is like leaning forward, determined for the win.
I know, and I feel like chat are not going to be with me either. Like, he chose this game, of course he's going to be good.
So, what would your ideal games have been to play, Matt, if you were to come on and in an ideal world?
Probably Sonic, Wipeout, maybe
Wipeout's
Stardew.
a good one. Wipeout is good.
Wipeout is good.
Wipeout is one of the only games I've ever played online against people.
What, and one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, when it was on the PSP, I used to play it religiously online.
Is
PSP
Wipeout
also-
one of the ones that's on the new PlayStation Plus service? It's not.
No,
Oh,
I
how
don't think
they've missed out on a trick there. I feel like the last one that came out was on PS3 though, so... Do you know what? It's high time. PlayStation, I know that you're not watching, but you should be watching.
You
And
should
two,
be.
make a Wipeout game, please. Or Nintendo... another win for Paul there.
Though, to be fair, Mac was very, very close.
Very close behind. Okay, so we're going to our next race. I feel like the points are crawling ever so slightly up in your favour there, Paul. Okay. Do you know what? I genuinely don't know where this show's going to end up.
This
Normally
is
I have a pretty
perfect.
good idea, but not a clue.
The anticipation. I also have a slight fancy for Wario. I'm just going to put it out there.
You a what?
I think Wario is kind of hot.
You think Wario is hot?
Yeah.
There's no accounting for taste.
I mean, you know, I see it.
Maybe I've got daddy issues, I don't know.
Do you? Now please tell us all about that life on Earth. I've got to be honest, this year I'm very tempted to go out for Halloween as Waluigi.
That'd be amazing.
Not Wario, but you know. Do you know what? I think we'd make a really good. Not that Dan ever dresses any. You know, I probably wouldn't go for that, but I definitely 100%.
I just had the horn, you know, the one that gets away with the
Wait,
shells.
well, because you were talking about Wario, you've got the horn.
Sorry, the little tutor. I didn't realise I had it. Hit the button, and I got rid of it just before the blue shell hit me.
Oh no. Oh, 7th. You're not doing so well this time, Mac.
And this is a horrible
I
quality. so just
find
remembered.
I find these remake stages, because this is a
SNES
SNES
one, yeah.
I find these are harder to do than the newer courses.
Yeah, agreed. They are.
You can
great.
never see very far ahead either, and that, like all of the corners are really tight.
Yeah. The ability to drift really helps it. Just let you know that.
Yeah, just to let you know, the skill that we taught you not long ago, for good reason.
So if you were playing Mario Kart, what would be your character of choice, Toby?
Ooh, that's a tough question because I feel like I've played as my key is I play with people who are incredibly good, and I keep on blaming the build that I have and the character I have. So I've switched up, but I'm pretty sure. Rob, would you say I'm probably the most reliable with Link nowadays?
Probably.
On a bike,
Yeah.
but not his bike. On one of the other bikes.
His bike is great.
My problem is I love to drift, but like I can't get the build of my bike right, especially if it's fast. So when we're on like 150 or 200cc, there are some corners that I just absolutely
make.
suck at.
Yeah.
Oh, an 11th.
That's got to be
Probably
minus
worst-
points, surely.
No, that's not how this show works. Hold on, maybe we'll give you a minus point for trying to take away a point from Matt. Is that something we can do?
Remember, fairness is one of the values of our sport.
I think fairness is values of our sport. You're absolutely right, but we're not playing rugby.
You are representing.
Being told off by the chairman now.
Oh, careful.
It's all right. I'm on the disciplinary committee. If there is not that there's any other problem.
What's the ethics there? What's the ethics there? I'm on the disciplinary group.
Yeah.
It's almost like you
disciplinary.
It's almost like you pre-planned it.
Yeah, literally. No, it's more of a cautionary thing. The RFU, so we have to have certain groups and things covered, but we're all just in it for a laugh and are very well behaved, mostly.
Apart from it, nice.
Yeah.
Nice out's a little bit more fun.
Apart from nights out, which again, classically, and I'm sure that we all know a rugby player at home, but they can get wild. It can get wild. Where's the best place that you've been on tour so far as part of the club?
For me, it will be in Madrid in 2017. It was the first international tournament that we played in, and we didn't do that well at the start, but we then got put in these playoff rounds, and we ended up winning the overall plate for the tournament, which was amazing. And obviously playing in another country, I've done it when I was younger, but on tours and stuff. But it was something quite special, and it was a new club and a lot of new players, a lot of queer people. It was quite a moment for us. It's quite emotional feeling about it, actually. Yeah, I think that would be my favourite one. Matt, what about you?
I haven't done too many tours so far because joining just before COVID. Touched by Brum last year was really amazing because it was the first time anyone had done anything after COVID, and there was a point where you walk around and there's 550 people playing rugby at the same time.
Wait, not in the same game though, because
No,
that would be
it's-
the most ludicrous game of rugby in the world. 500 players. It's all 1v1 as well. You're all against each other. That is amazing, but I think there was a lot of things that happened after COVID. But I think for me it was a gig. It was when I was able to go to my first gig and I was like, semblance of normality.
Yes.
So are you really looking forward to your Canada?
Yes, it's going to be a really good. Because we're going to Toronto first for a few days, see Niagara Falls and a few of the tourist stuff, and then we're going to head over, get the train. That's great. Over to Ottawa and then spend 6 days there.
Nice. So how many teams will you be meeting up with there?
I'm trying to think. There's a lot of people going.
It's
I
the
think
world's biggest, isn't it?
Yeah, it's basically the Gay Rugby World Cup. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it like televised or anything?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
year it's actually being streamed.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hey, well, if you can tell them that you know the production company that can put on some pretty decent things, just give them another win there for Paul. Well, you might as well use the bullet bill now. Let's just go for it. It's
I
Saturday.
didn't even notice that.
Don't even get to the finish. Come on. At some point. Oh, that's how far. That's the sympathy the game has for you
Sympathy,
right
gave me
there.
the 8, the magic 8.
Okay, so I think we're on to our final game of the entire day now. I think this is our final one. How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Knees weak, arms spaghetti, mum spaghetti, something like that. The Eminem song.
I'm feeling mum spaghetti
That's
about the
it.
whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a good race to be finishing on.
This is a good one. I think this is the famous one I was talking about earlier where someone got completely dicked over on the bridge at the end.
We can
When he
go
just
through
got
it.
smashed by like everything under the sun and lost. This one actually is quite a hard one.
Okay. So, as we said before, what we're going to do if there's a draw here on today's show? I mean, earlier on you volunteered being like, we'll do a forfeit together. I think
I think that would be only fair.
joint forfeit,
Joint forfeit.
joint trophy, joint forfeit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good to me.
Sounds
It's only fair, right? I mean, to be fair, I did put this round in.
Yeah, I mean, very strategically put this round in. Though, you know, we've had it in the past. Mario Kart absolutely picked games that Peggy 18 wasn't really that hot on.
Yeah. Me and Peggy have a very similar taste in men.
Wario.
Yeah. And video games and generally being messy.
Hear that?
That's why he's in a rugby team.
Mary, she just called you messy.
I call Peggy messy, actually, no, Mary's just
Oh,
as
really?
bad. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, chat suggesting that if it's a draw, I do the forfeit. You can think again.
That's a shout.
I'm
chat.
I'm not playing, so absolutely not. Oh, sorry. It's not how this works. Ultimately, I get to decide that.
This isn't a democracy.
Yeah. I also, yeah. Ultimately, it's not a democracy. But thanks for your input, chat. You bunch of snakes. One day they'll get me, I'm sure. Hey, maybe I'll get someone else hosting one day, and I'll get to go on the show. But I'll pick all the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be the games you would pick?
Oh God knows. I'd probably go for like an indie show and like want to go in blind, I think, and
Yeah.
literally just go up against someone like first time. I know I have done shows as a contestant before, and I was fucking terrible. I was so bad. Because it's different when you're in front of that camera and you're in a studio. It's not the same as sitting on the couch at home, is it?
I'm feeling pretty calm. You guys have made me feel like it's at home.
I wondered why you tried taking your shorts off as soon as you did.
Yeah.
It's not that homely, alright? Calm down.
To be fair, it's difficult to keep them on.
My partner's probably watching this being like, what is going on here on this day?
on this day.
On this day.
To be fair, that is a Serpent problem.
Okay, that's another win for Paul. And well, let's see where you can get.
When you're ready, Mac.
Sick. Okay, and that is time. Another quick look at a video from our partners at Mavis Broadcast while we tally up the scores for that round. I'll see you in a minute. And it looks like Paul has 7 points for that round and Mac has 1 for that round, meaning that Paul takes his first round of the day, the 4th and final round of the show. But before we look at the final results for the show, let's have a catch up with our 2 gamers. So I'm going to say it, that round was pretty intense for you, wasn't it?
I feel like I had a lot of credibility that I needed to build up and, win the fans over.
I'm not sure if you had the fans at home in your pocket. I'm pretty sure that they were all just like, come on back, you can do it. What were your tactics for Mario Kart there, Paul?
No mercy, hardcore, winning.
Hardcore winning and
Hardcore
no
winning.
mercy. I mean, I'm not necessarily sure if that's a tactic per se, but you know.
At least it had one tactic that worked.
Well, yeah, you did get
yeah,
one.
because
You did
the
get
rest
1 point.
throughout the show didn't. Okay, Mac, where did it go wrong?
I'm not good at Mario Kart. I've never been good at Mario Kart.
You did say this going in as well. You're like, this is not the one for me.
He was very honest.
Yeah, I appreciate that honesty. It won't get you any additional points, but I appreciate the honesty. What were choice of characters? Why Yoshi?
I just love the Yoshi, especially with Woolly World.
Oh
Playing
really?
that,
You're
yeah.
here for the woolly.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. You should have turned it around, and then the viewers could have seen it.
I'll just wear it like this now. No, I won't.
No, yeah, don't. I'm gonna ask no because the lights are gonna like. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Well, what was your best game of the day, Paul? Let's start with you.
I actually really enjoyed Goose Game. To be fair, I was just saying to Mac that I'll probably download it when I get in and have a good go at it. I feel it's a good little puzzle game.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, really fun as well.
Yeah.
Universally, it's the one game when people come onto this show, they all leave being like, I'm going to download Goose. And I'm like, it's unappreciated. I think that there was like this period of time a few years ago where everyone played it. And then like, I think everyone forgot. Still a good game.
It is
Still
amazing.
absolutely incredible. Mac, okay, over to you. What was your best game
I think it's
of
a
the
Goose
day?
Game. It just reminds me of the fun I had of just running around honking for like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, just out in the park.
Yeah.
Just not
That's the choice having it on the Switch. You can run around with it in public, annoying people.
just out and around honking at people, harassing them with your Nintendo Switch. Nice. Anything that you want to say to your fellow competitor before we go into the final scores?
I think you've lost.
We'll see.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay, Mac, anything that you want to... You've been very polite. This is your time. Tell him to fuck off. Go on.
No, I can't be that. I'm a chairman. I've got to be nice. No, it's
He's
been good
always
fun.
very nice.
It's been good fun.
Nice. Well, that kind of answers like, how has it felt coming on today's show? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah,
Absolutely loved it. What a great setup you got here.
Well, thank you very much. Don't forget, guys, if you want to also come on, just drop us an email. Cool. I think that wraps up our little interview. So while we've been chatting, our team have been punching the numbers and kicking the numbers and stabbing the numbers and seeing which number most resembles a smiley face. So let's see which one of you will be taking the title of Golden Dorito owner. So, we've had a lot happening today. Round 1 went to Mac. And round 2 went to Mac. And then round 3 went to Mac. Meaning that round 4, in fact, actually went to Paul. So, meaning today's show's numbers look like this. Can we bring up the scores again? Oh, meaning that today Paul takes 10 and Mac takes 10. Meaning that this week's Level Up Golden Dorito champion and temporary recipient of this handcrafted trophy made from an upcycled potato and olive oil is both of you. Here you go,
Yay.
if you could celebrate together.
Woo.
Nice. Anything that you would like to say?
It's been an honour. It's been fun. I'll beat you at everything else next time.
It's nice you drew me this time.
Do you know what it is nice? It's the second draw of the series, which is something to be said. But don't hold on to that trophy for too long because the show isn't over yet. This week's loser will now have to do a forfeit for failing to get the highest score for today. It's time to get the tray and to reveal what the forfeit is for today's show. So I'm going to hand this across to both of you. Be careful because it might slosh all over the place. If you would carefully take it, and if we could reveal what is inside.
Oh.
Oh. So, for viewers at home, this is a little glass of gunge, and that represents way more gunge that's about to come. So what I'd like to do, let's go out into a wide. Come on, let's bring this in. So I've got a nice little paddling pool here for you. And if I could have this. This is a bucket of gunge right here. Can I have the cup of gunge so that
you
they
want
can
to
see
add more
it?
gunge?
I'm going to add more gunge to the gunge. Let's have a look. Look at this. Look at this. Ready?
That looks familiar.
This is
ectoplasm.
How do you feel? How do you feel at this?
Feels like a night out I've had once had.
It's far worse than
I'm not sure how I'm going to do this because it's only a paddling pool for one really. So how do you feel that you can share this space?
We could both try and sit in it, which I don't.
I don't think that's going to work.
No. Is my
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll
So sit back to back.
sit back to back in it.
Yeah. That's what I want you to
Okay.
do. What I might
need
get
to-
you to quickly do is, can I just get your mic pack for a second?
Oh yes, that's probably a really good idea.
Yeah, of course. We're just going to quickly de-mic these two beforehand. That's it, they're gone. You won't hear them again for the rest of the show. Bye, guys. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Hats on, hats off. Okay, ready? Oh, Max keeping his hat on. Ready? Okay, are we going to do this? Can we have a countdown? 3, 2, 1, go!
Feels like my first time.
Absolutely disgusting. Normally, I'd ask if there's anything that they want to say, but unfortunately, neither of them have mics on. So that is all the time that we have for today. So don't forget that if you want to catch the Brighton and Hove Sea Serpents, you have plenty of opportunities to. Hopefully in a second, we can show you all of the different dates that are up on the screen here. So on the 29th, you can join them in the trans ban protest that's up in Twickenham. On the 30th, there's the Touch Day, sounds fun, in Hove Rec. The 6th of August, Brighton Pride. The 16th to the 22nd, they've got Bingham Cup in Ottawa. 10th of September, Lewis Rugby Festival Club. Or you can simply follow them at BHSSRFC. That's at BHSSRFC. I'd like to thank Elias, Marek, Rob, not Tom, Tom didn't come in, Alex and Charwitt and Josephine, who have been the studio production team today. Thank you to them for volunteering their time and making this show look absolutely incredible. Look at them sat on the floor there. Look at them. A special thank you to our wordsmith Sam for lending his weird sense of humour to this week's script. I'd also like to thank our partners over at Mavis Broadcasting. Without them, none of this would be possible. Another big thank you to the Media Technology Labs for giving us this beautiful space to call home for the series. And finally, a huge thank you to these two goofs sat on the floor. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us in the studio. You've both absolutely slayed it, but Mac, you did slightly better. That's it for now. You've been watching Level Up Live. I've been Kobe, but for how much longer? See you next time.